Eldoret, Kenya. The drama surrounding the late billionaire patriarch Jackson Kibor's vast empire has escalated into a full-blown war, with a fortune spanning prime real estate, luxury vehicles, and expansive farmlands. His family is now embroiled in a bitter fight for control, riddled with allegations of fake wills, forged signatures, and courtroom showdowns. Well, when Jackson Kibor, the self-styled men's conference chairman and one of Kenya's most controversial yet admired businessmen, passed away, many expected a smooth transition of wealth to his heirs. However, his death ignited a ruthless inheritance battle that has split the family into warring factions. Sources close to the family revealed that Jackson, who had multiple wives and over 20 children, allegedly left behind several wills, all suspiciously different, each document conveniently favoring one faction over the other, and this has sparked accusations of fraud and manipulation. Court documents filed by some of Kibor's children claim that after his passing, new versions of his will mysteriously surfaced. One version bequeaths the largest share of his estate to his youngest wife and her children, while another favors his eldest sons, citing their long-time involvement in managing their father's properties. Yet another version, allegedly drafted on a napkin, service raising more eyebrows. Handwriting experts were called in to analyze Kibor's signature, as some heirs allege forgery. Others claim their father had verbally distributed his wealth before his demise, invalidating any written will. Well, the matter has now the matter landed in court and with multiple suits and countersuits flying in all directions. And in a recent hearing, tempers flared as family members hurled accusations at one another. The judge presiding over the case described the feud as one of the most chaotic inheritance disputes in Kenya's history, or rather in Kenyan history. One of Jackson's eldest sons, speaking outside the courthouse, accused his stepmothers of orchestrating a coup to seize wealth that rightfully belongs to all heirs. My father worked hard for his wealth, and now people who were not there when he was building his empire want to reap where they did not sow, he stated bitterly. On the opposing side, the younger wife argued that she stood by Kibor in his later years and deserves their fair share. She tearfully claimed, "He wanted us to live comfortably. That was his wish." Before his passing, Kibor made headlines for his dramatic divorces and court battles against his own children. In a shocking move, Kibor divorced his first two wives in his later years, citing irreconcilable differences and accusing them of turning his children against him. In one of his most publicized legal fights, Kibor took some of his sons to court, claiming that they were plotting to seize his vast wealth while he was still alive. He alleged that they had forged documents to take control of his properties and were scheming to push him out of his own empire. During one of the hearings, Kibor famously stated, "I built my wealth with my own hands. I will not allow anyone, including my own blood, to take it from me while I am still breathing." This statement shocked the nation and reinforced his reputation as a man who never shied away from confrontation, even against his own family. His legal battle against his sons resulted into drawn-out court proceedings, with Kibor ultimately reclaiming some of his lost assets. However, the cracks in the family were already deep, and his death has only intensified the divisions. Beyond the courtroom, whispers of secret land sales and hidden bank accounts have further complicated the battle. Sources allege that some family members have been attempting to sell prime plots without informing others, while rumors swirl that Kibor had stashed away millions in offshore accounts. Investigators are now probing their claims as the battle for Kibor's billions grows murkier by the day. As the feud rages on, Kenyans have been gripped by the daily twists and turns of this dramatic saga. Social media platforms are flooded with memes and debates, with many recalling Kibor's legendary wit and influence. If Kibor were alive, he would be the one mediating this mess, one user joked. Meanwhile, legal experts warn that the court battle could drag on for years, mirroring other high-profile inheritance disputes in Kenya. With no clear resolution in sight, the battle for Jackson Kibor's billions is far from over. As the courtroom drama unfolds, one thing remains certain: the late tycoon's legacy is at risk of being overshadowed by the very family he left behind. Stay tuned as we bring you exclusive updates on the saga that has everyone talking. But wait, how did this Eldoret farmer and politician gather all these fast wealth? Well, he was a policeman who coined his fortunes playing darts. Would you believe it? He narrated his rags to riches story by reminding them one of the local dailies of those humble beginnings when he used to take poles and firewood to school to pay fees. But when he was in standard 5, they insisted on money which he did not have, and therefore he had to drop out of school as he never saw his father, and mother died when he was very young. Well, born in Kipkabus, was in Gishu County in 1934, his mother had moved in with him to Nandi County before her death, but he went back to Kipkabus and began doing casual jobs at a tanning facility in the area. He told one of the local dailies, that is the Nairobian, that his financial ascent began when he left the tanning company for a lorry driver's job for the late millionaire Jonathan Kipogi in Uasin Gishu County, earning 75 shillings a month. That was back in 1958 and 5 years before Kenya became independent. Well, it was at the police college where he honed his skills in darts, and when a competition pitting contestants from Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania came calling, and Kibor was at his best. Though it was held in Eldoret, it was an East African event, and his win was captured in the dailies to the surprise of his family and friends. The car was valued to be 17,600 shillings, but Kibor turned his life around by making in real coin through large-scale maize and wheat farming. His first large piece of land measured 836 acres in Kipkabus. Buying began through winning 35,000 in a darts championship alongside a brand new showroom car worth 17,600. He said that he borrowed 55,000 from the land bank and added to the 35,000 and bought his first land measuring the 836 acres in Kipkabus, where he grew maize and did a lot of dairy farming. His first wife Mary helped manage the farm and repaid the loan before he married Josephine in 1965, who also stayed on the same farm.